Any day now, Donald Trump may reveal his vice presidential pick, and on the short list is retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, who is technically and officially a registered Democrat, who says he was fired by the White House for his stance on radical jihadism. So how would he feel about joining a Republican ticket? Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, the author of the brand new book, which has gotten great reviews, The Field of Fight, How We Can Win the Global War Against Radical Islam and Its Allies, joins us live here in the studio. Good morning to you, General.
Yeah, thanks.
A real pleasure to have you.
Steve. Great to be here.
You're in the eye of the tornado right now. You're on every channel. Everybody's talking about you. I asked him what the craziest thing he has heard about him in the news over the last 48 hours, and you said...
Being, as on the ticket for VP. It's crazy.
It is. Why is it crazy?
Well, I just think that it's a big honor. It's an unbelievable honor to be even in the mix. But I just think for a kid from the little state of Rhode Island, little town in Rhode Island, to be at this level and to have to be even considered is unbelievable.
Well, Donald Trump has made it very clear he wants somebody. He would like somebody with D.C. insider politics, somebody who can get stuff done. But at the same time, he said, I like the generals, and you're one of the generals. Yeah. What would you bring to the ticket?
Yeah, I think for your listeners, I think I bring a lot of discipline. I think I bring a focus. I think I bring a knowledge of the world, what's going on around the world, certainly on the foreign policy side. National security. I think what's happening in the homeland is unbelievable. The ideas about, what Donald Trump has said about immigration, I think are very true. I mean, we have to get this country back in order and get us back on the right track. But you are not a politician, just like he wasn't a politician. I grew up as a soldier. I didn't, I mean, the timing of the book couldn't be better, honestly. I mean, to be very blunt. But I think that the book's message and what's in the book is a really important message about the kind of threats that we face, because there are threats around the world that are against our way of life.
Does Donald Trump understand the military?
Yeah, Donald Trump is a great listener. I've had an opportunity to speak with him, and I have provided advice for quite some time now to him. And I would tell you he's a great listener. He asks great questions, and he's somebody that has a vision for this country that I think we need right now. We desperately need.
He understands the problems we face, and that's what you talk about in your book, Field of Fight. You say he listens.
Great listener.
What about the president? He didn't listen to you.
Yeah, I mean, I never had an opportunity to even talk to the guy. I mean, here I was running one of the largest intelligence agencies, not only in the United States, but in the world. And I was a senior military intelligence officer for our government. And I'd spent nearly 5 years in combat against this very vicious enemy. And we're providing these kinds of assessments. And I never met President Obama.
You couldn't get in the door. What were you going to tell him?
Whatever. I mean, there's the traps through the bureaucracy, but still, I think that what we need right now is we need somebody who's open and honest with the American public about what is going on and the troubles that we're facing, both here in the homeland and overseas. And like I've said in other places, Steve, our economy is at risk. It really, really is at risk.
What about Hillary Clinton?
Hillary Clinton, I have publicly said that she should step down because she lacks total accountability for herself. She should never hold a security clearance. And I think what was really clearly demonstrated by Director Comey is that she lied not only to herself, but she lied to the American public.
Well, a majority of the American public feels that Comey should have, recommended charges against her.
Yeah, I think Director Comey should not have said anything at the end of his statement. He should have just laid out the facts and then said, I'm going to give my opinion to the Attorney General and turn the whole thing over to the Attorney General, and then let's hear what the Attorney General has to say. He should not have said that. That's my personal opinion on that.
Because you're on the short list, Donald Trump's short list, and it sounds like he's going to decide in the next 3 or 4 or 5 days, something like that.
Yeah, pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
It is. Congratulations to you. Although, like I said, you are in the eye of the hurricane right now.
Here I am.
There have been 2 stories out. Number one, wait a minute. You're talking about the Republican nominee picking a Democrat, and you were a Democrat. And the other thing is you seem to get into a little trouble about abortion. You have since clarified you are pro-life, but tell your story about your mother, and this will help people understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I think I grew up as a Democrat in a very strong Democratic family. My mother was the president of the Right to Life Association, in the state of Rhode Island. She, in fact,
right to life, not right to choice.
Right to life. She was a Democrat. She worked for the Democratic Party in the state of Rhode Island at that time, which is a heavy Democratic state still. But she was the president of the Right to Life committee there and ran a lot. In fact, she ran for Secretary of State for the state of Rhode Island. And I love talking about my mother because she's the most courageous person I've ever known in my life. So what I learned about everything, pretty much, I learned from her. And what I believe in is I believe in law, Steve. And I believe that right now we have a law. If people that are concerned about this issue, they need to make sure that they vote for Donald Trump so we can get the right Supreme Court justices in there to essentially change whatever it needs to be changed. But that's the law right now. It's illegal. This is a legal issue.
The new book is called The Field to Fight. It has just come out. It is getting great reviews.
Yeah.
If the President of the United States would like to know what's actually going on, he should probably read it.
Yeah, he should. I hope he does. He definitely has a copy.
All right.
Thanks, Steve.
General, thank you very much. Good luck.
Outstanding.